Good morning, everyone. Welcome in the class of science. So we were reading chapter number 5, that is soil. We have read up to the topic soil profile. Last topic that we read, that was the soil profile. We read about the layers of the soil, how many layers of soil has. Now our next topic is soil erosion. That is on page number 58 of your book. Open page number 58. Soil erosion. I am reading from the first line. Topsoil is very fertile because it is rich in humus. Strong winds and water wash away the loose topsoil. The removal of the fertile topsoil by the action of wind and water is called soil erosion. Strong winds, heavy rainfall, and cutting down of trees increase soil erosion. Now, what is soil erosion? Erosion means removal. So what is soil erosion? Soil, it is the uppermost layer of the earth. Removal of the uppermost layer of the earth by the action of the strong winds, rainfall is called soil erosion. Again, we are reading. We know that soil, it is the topmost layer of the earth and it is very fertile. It is loose and very fertile. Now what happens when the winds they blow, when rainfall occurs? What happens? By the pressure of winds and rainfall, the soil, that is the uppermost layer of the earth, it gets removed, and that is called soil erosion. That is what it is written over there. Topsoil is very fertile, that is the soil. Because it is rich in humus, we know soil is very rich in humus, that is why plants grow in the soil. Strong winds and water wash away the loose topsoil. The removal of the fertile soil, topsoil, by the action of wind and water is called soil erosion. Removal of the topsoil by the action of wind and water is called soil erosion. Strong winds, heavy rainfall, and cutting down of trees increase soil erosion. So which are the three factors that increase soil erosion? First is strong winds. When strong winds they blow, they have very high pressure. So due to that high pressure, the soil, it gets removed and it goes to the far off places. Then heavy rainfall. When there is heavy rainfall with the pressure of that water, then also soil erosion occurs. Cutting down of trees. When deforestation is there, when the trees they are cut down, what happens? When the trees because the roots of the trees they hold the soil, and if we'll cut down the trees, what will happen? No roots will be there. Who will hold the soil? So soil, it will become very loose and it will be easily removed or eroded by the strong wind and rainfall. So these are the three factors that increase soil erosion. First factor is strong winds. Second is heavy rainfall. Second is heavy rainfall. And third one is cutting down of trees. That is called deforestation. Cutting down of trees is called deforestation. 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 Cutting down of trees. So these are the three factors that are responsible for soil erosion. This was topic soil erosion. I hope all have understood. Now next is let's remember. Based on the topics that we have read, then we have exercise work, that is let's remember. What is there? Circle the odd one out. We have to circle the odd one, that is the different from the others. First is wind, water, weathering and humus. Wind and water, they help in weathering. So weathering is related to wind and water. Humus, it is the remains of dead plants and animals. So which is odd one from here? We know that is humus. It is not related to wind, water and weathering. In first, humus is odd one out. Circle humus. Next, sand, humus, silt and clay. We know these are the three types of soil particles. Sand is soil particles, silt also, clay also, but humus it is remains of dead plants and animals. So circle humus. Third, iron, calcium, potassium and gravel. Iron, calcium, potassium, these are the minerals that are present in soil. Gravel, they are the small stones, so it is the odd one out. Circle gravel. Fourth one is sandy, iron, clay, loamy. Three types of soil are given: sandy, clay, loamy. Iron, it is a mineral, so iron is odd one out. Topsoil, erosion, bedrock, subsoil. Three layers of the soil are written over here: topsoil, bedrock and subsoil. But erosion, it is the removal of the soil. So erosion is odd one out. So first is humus, second also humus, third gravel, fourth iron and fifth one is erosion. Now our next topic is soil conservation. First of all, soil erosion, that is the removal of the uppermost layer. Now soil conserve means to protect something. So in this topic what is told? How can we protect the soil from the erosion? So that is soil conservation. Now what is there? Plants get most of their nutrients from the topsoil. Protection of soil from erosion is known as soil conservation. There are certain steps that we can take to conserve soil. More number of trees should be planted to replace the ones that are cut down. Trees and bushes should be planted in open lands. This practice does not allow the wind to blow full force and take away the topsoil. Flowing water can easily wash away a lot of topsoil. Dams should be built across rivers to prevent floods. Now we know that plants, they get most of their nutrients from the topsoil only. That is where we grow plants, in the soil. Topsoil, it has humus, it contains humus. That is why most of the nutrients, they are present in the topsoil. Now protection of soil from the soil erosion is called soil conservation. I told you what is conservation. Conservation means protect something, protection. So soil conservation means soil protection. How can we protect the soil from the erosion? There are certain steps that are adopted to conserve soil. First step is we have to grow more and more trees. More and more trees should be grown. If you have cut down 2 trees, in place of them, grow more trees. Plant more 3 trees. So more number of trees should be planted to replace the ones that are cut down. So first step in the conservation of soil is grow more trees. And this process is called afforestation. Cutting down of trees is called deforestation, and growing of trees, that is called afforestation. A-F-F-O-R-E-S-T-I-O-N, afforestation. Second is trees and bushes should be planted in open lands. This practice does not allow the wind to blow full force and take away the topsoil. Where the land is barren, nothing is there, no greenery is over there, trees and bushes, they should be grown at that places only. Because if you will grow trees and bushes at that place, what will happen? When the winds with high pressure, they will blow, they will not take the topsoil along with them. So next is grow trees and bushes in open lands. This is the second step in soil conservation. Third is flowing water can easily wash away a lot of topsoil. Dams should be built across rivers to prevent floods. Now what happens when there is heavy rainfall in some areas? The rivers and other water bodies, they start overflowing. उनमें से water overflow होना start हो जाता है, and then that water, it comes with the high pressure and then it removes the soil. That is why soil erosion occurs. So to prevent that soil erosion, what should be done? To prevent the overflow of water, dams should be built on the rivers. If you will build dams on the rivers, then that water, extra water of rainfall, it will be stored in the dams and it will not overflow and there will be no soil erosion. So third step is building of dams across rivers. Dams should be built across rivers to prevent the overflowing of water, to prevent floods. Floods आते हैं जो. Building of dams. So these are the three main steps in the process of soil conservation. First is grow more and more trees. That is, deforestation should be done. Second is grow trees and bushes in open lands, in the barren lands. Then third is building of dams across rivers. If dams are built, no floods will be there. And if no floods, no soil erosion will be there. So these were the two topics. First we read about soil erosion, then soil conservation.